Which of the following must be inspected annually at a Texas vehicle inspection station? A. Fuel cap. B. Spare tire. C. Seat covers. D. Windshield tint. Answer A. During an annual vehicle inspection in Texas, the fuel cap is checked for proper sealing and functionality. If a driver refuses a breath or blood test in Texas, the license suspension period for a first offense is A. 30 days. B. 60 days. C. 90 days. D. 180 days. Answer D. Refusing a breath or blood test for the first time results in a license suspension of 180 days under Texas law. What is required for a Class M motorcycle license in Texas? A. Completion of a 10-hour defensive driving course. B. Passing a motorcycle operator training course. C. Holding a learner license for at least 12 months. D. Submitting a notarized consent form. Answer B. To obtain a Class M motorcycle license, applicants must complete a state-approved motorcycle operator training course. A driver caught racing on a public highway in Texas faces A. A fine of $500. B. License suspension and a Class A misdemeanor charge. C. Only community service for a first offense. D. A warning if no injury occurs. Answer B. Racing on a public highway in Texas results in license suspension and a Class A misdemeanor charge. Texas law requires which equipment to be in proper working condition on all vehicles? A. Emergency brake light. B. Rearview mirror providing a view of at least 200 feet. C. Auxiliary driving lamps. D. Roof-mounted hazard lights. Answer B. All vehicles must have a rearview mirror that provides a view of at least 200 feet to the rear in Texas. When parking uphill on a road without a curb, the correct procedure is to A. Turn the front wheels toward the shoulder. B. Turn the front wheels toward the road. C. Leave the wheels straight. D. Engage only the parking brake. Answer A. When parking uphill without a curb, the front wheels should be turned toward the shoulder to prevent the vehicle from rolling into traffic. What is the penalty for failing to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights in Texas? A. $100 fine. B. $500 fine and 6-month license suspension. C. Fine of up to $1,250 for a first offense. D. Immediate arrest. Answer C. Failure to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights can result in a fine of up to $1,250 for a first offense in Texas. Driving with an open container of alcohol in the passenger area of a vehicle results in A. A $100 fine. B. Immediate arrest and vehicle impoundment. C. License suspension. D. A Class C misdemeanor. Answer D. Driving with an open container of alcohol in the passenger area of a vehicle is a Class C misdemeanor under Texas law. In Texas, a broken yellow line on the roadway indicates A. No passing allowed in either direction. B. Passing allowed on both sides when safe. C. Passing allowed only for traffic in one direction. D. Lane changes are prohibited. Answer B. A broken yellow line indicates that passing is allowed on both sides when it is safe to do so. Under Texas law, how far must a driver stop from a railroad crossing when a train is approaching? A. No closer than 10 feet. B. No closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet. C. Exactly 25 feet. D. No closer than 5 feet. Answer B. Drivers must stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from a railroad crossing when a train is approaching. In Texas, when approaching an emergency vehicle stopped on the side of the road with flashing lights, a driver must A. Slow down by at least 10 miles per hour below the speed limit or move over. B. Continue driving at the same speed. C. Stop immediately and wait for instructions. D. Change lanes only if directed by an officer. Answer A. Texas law requires drivers to either slow down by 10 miles per hour below the speed limit or move over when approaching an emergency vehicle stopped with flashing lights. For a driver under age 21, what is the legal limit for blood alcohol concentration, BAC, in Texas? A. 0.02%. B. 0.05%. C. 0.08%. D. 0%. Answer D. Texas enforces a zero-tolerance policy for drivers under 21, meaning the legal BAC limit is 0%. What is the maximum fine for a first-time offense of driving without a license in Texas? A. $100. B. $200. C. $500. D. $1,000. Answer B. The maximum fine for a first-time offense of driving without a license in Texas is $200. When must a driver dim their headlights when approaching another vehicle at night? A. Within 200 feet. B. Within 300 feet. C. Within 500 feet. D. When signaled by the other driver. Answer C. Texas law requires drivers to dim their headlights when within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle. When turning left from a one-way street onto another one-way street, the driver should A. Turn into any available lane. B. Turn into the lane closest to the left curb. C. Turn into the center lane. D. Yield to all traffic regardless of signals. Answer B. When turning left from a one-way street onto another one-way street, drivers must turn into the lane closest to the left curb. What is the maximum speed limit on rural interstate highways in Texas, unless otherwise posted? A. 55 miles per hour. B. 65 miles per hour. C. 70 miles per hour. D. 75 miles per hour. Answer D. The maximum speed limit on rural interstate highways in Texas is 75 miles per hour, unless otherwise posted. In Texas, vehicles must yield to pedestrians at A. Unmarked crosswalks. B. Intersections without traffic signals. C. Marked crosswalks. D. All of the above. Answer D. Texas law requires vehicles to yield to pedestrians at marked crosswalks, unmarked crosswalks, and intersections without traffic signals. On a highway, what is the recommended action when a driver misses their intended exit? A. Stop immediately and reverse to reach the exit. B. Continue to the next exit and use the turnaround. C. Cross the median if no traffic is approaching. D. Make a U-turn at the next emergency vehicle-only crossover. Answer B. If a driver misses their intended exit, they must continue to the next exit and use a legal turnaround. Reversing or crossing the median is illegal and dangerous. What should a driver do when approaching a construction zone on a highway? A. Increase speed to pass through quickly. B. Maintain normal speed unless workers are present. C. Change lanes immediately, regardless of traffic. D. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop if directed. Answer D. Drivers must reduce speed and be prepared to stop when approaching construction zones, as conditions can change quickly. When driving on a highway with multiple lanes, slower traffic should A. Stay in the leftmost lane. B. Stay in the rightmost lane. C. Use any lane as long as they maintain the speed limit. D. Drive in the middle lane. Answer B. Slower traffic should always stay in the rightmost lane on highways, allowing faster-moving vehicles to pass on the left. What is the safest following distance on a highway under normal conditions? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 5 seconds. Answer C. The recommended following distance under normal conditions is at least 3 seconds to allow sufficient time to react to sudden stops. Texas law requires that all vehicles on highways display hazard lights when A. Driving below 40 miles per hour in heavy traffic. B. Parked or stopped on the side of the highway. C. Entering or exiting toll booths. D. Overtaking slow-moving vehicles. Answer, B. Vehicles parked or stopped on the side of the highway must display hazard lights to alert other drivers. When entering a highway from an on-ramp, drivers should A. Stop at the end of the ramp until there is a large gap in traffic. B. Use the shoulder if traffic is too. C. Enter at any speed as long as it is safe. D. Fast accelerate to match the speed of traffic on the highway. Answer, D. Drivers must accelerate on the on-ramp to match the speed of traffic on the highway before merging. What is the proper procedure when encountering a vehicle stopped on the shoulder of a highway? A. Maintain speed and ignore the vehicle. B. Move over one lane if possible or slow down. C. Stop and assist the vehicle. D. Honk to alert the driver. Answer, B. Texas law requires drivers to move over one lane if possible or slow down when approaching a vehicle stopped on the shoulder. On highways, large trucks have the greatest blind spots. A. Directly in front of the cab and alongside the trailer. B. Directly behind the truck and on both sides. C. Only on the left side of the trailer. D. Only when turning right. Answer, B. Large trucks have significant blind spots directly behind them and on both sides of the trailer. What is the minimum recommended safe speed for a vehicle merging onto a highway? A. 40 miles per hour. B. 45 miles per hour. C. 50 miles per hour. D. The same speed as traffic on the highway. Answer, D. The minimum safe speed for merging onto a highway is to match the speed of traffic to avoid sudden braking or collisions. If a driver encounters a skid on a wet highway, they should A. Slam the brakes and hold the steering wheel tightly. B. Steer into the direction of the skid and ease off the accelerator. C. Accelerate to regain control. D. Steer in the opposite direction of the skid. Answer, B. When skidding on a wet highway, the driver should steer into the direction of the skid and ease off the accelerator to regain control. On highways, when is it appropriate to use high-beam headlights? A. When driving in heavy rain. B. When no other vehicles are within 500 feet. C. In areas with many streetlights. D. When driving behind another vehicle. Answer, B. High-beam headlights should only be used when no other vehicles are within 500 feet to avoid blinding other drivers. What is the primary cause of rear-end collisions on highways? A. Excessive lane changes. B. Following too closely. C. Driving too slowly. D. Entering the highway at low speed. Answer, B. Following too closely is the primary cause of rear-end collisions, as it reduces the time available to react to sudden stops. When driving on an expressway in foggy conditions, a driver should A. Use high-beam headlights. B. Turn on hazard lights and drive slowly. C. Use low-beam headlights and increase following distance. D. Maintain speed to avoid slowing down traffic. Answer, C. In foggy conditions, low-beam headlights should be used, and following distance should be increased for safety. If a tire blows out while driving on a highway, a driver should A. Brake hard to stop quickly. B. Steer straight, take the foot off the accelerator, and slow down gradually. C. Accelerate to regain control. D. Turn sharply to get off the road. Answer, B. In the event of a tire blowout, the driver should steer straight, ease off the accelerator, and slow down gradually without braking hard. When passing a vehicle on a two-lane highway, the passing distance must be completed A. Within 100 feet of an intersection. B. Before reaching any oncoming vehicle. C. Only if the road has a speed limit below 55 miles per hour. D. Without exceeding the speed limit. Answer, B. Passing must be completed before reaching any oncoming vehicle, ensuring a safe distance is maintained. Texas law requires drivers to reduce speed and proceed with caution when A. Driving in a construction zone. B. Passing through a residential area. C. Driving during daylight hours on a highway. D. Passing an emergency vehicle stopped on the shoulder. Answer, A. Drivers must reduce speed and proceed with caution when driving in a construction zone, even if no workers are present. When exiting a highway, a driver should A. Slow down before entering the deceleration lane. B. Increase speed to exit quickly. C. Stop immediately upon reaching the exit ramp. D. Use the deceleration lane to reduce speed gradually. Answer, D. Drivers should use the deceleration lane to reduce speed gradually before exiting the highway. On a highway, how can a driver prevent highway hypnosis during long trips? A. By increasing speed periodically. B. By taking regular breaks and staying alert. C. By driving in the middle lane only. D. By turning off the radio and avoiding distractions. Answer, B. To prevent highway hypnosis, drivers should take regular breaks, stay alert, and avoid driving for extended periods without rest.